Hi, my name is Fuad Adham bin Muhammad Taufik. Matrix number is 08DPM21F2012. Today we are going to talk about flood. This is an example of an article. Alright, about not long ago, Malaysia has recently been hit by severe floods in 7 states. Flash floods are the most common and widespread of all weather-related natural disasters in Malaysia. Flash floods are the most dangerous kind of floods because they combine the destructive power of a flood with incredible speed. So what is flash floods? A flash flood is flooding that begins within 3 hours to 6 hours of heavy rainfall. Okay, what causes of flash floods? Flash floods can happen for several reasons. Most flash floods happen after extremely intense rainfall from severe thunderstorm over a short period of time, normally like 6 hours or less. Flash floods occur when heavy rainfall exceeds the ability of the ground to absorb it. They also occur when water fills normally dry creeks or streams or enough water accumulates for streams to overtop their banks, causing rapid rises of water in a short amount of time. Okay, so human activities can also cause flash floods to occur. When dams fail, a large quantity of water can be released and destroy everything in its path. They can happen within minutes of a consecutive rainfall, limiting the time available to protect the public. Dangers of flash floods. Flash flooding is the number one severe weather killer in Malaysia. Flash floods are extremely powerful. They have enough force to roll boulders, tear trees from the ground and destroy buildings, and also bridges and scour out new channels. This type of flood is categorized by raging torrents that rips through riverbeds, urban streets, and canyons, wiping out everything in its path. With height reaching 30 feet, flash flood can completely cover communities. Another reason why flash flooding is so dangerous is that it can happen with little to no warning. This is especially true when dams or levees breaks.
Hi, my name is Abdul Hai. So I'm going to talk about flooding effects. No matter what cause of a flood, it can have a devastating effect on your community. There are actually many dangerous flooding effects. Besides physical danger, flood also can cause economic and social problems. In this section, we will cover the most common flood effects. First, loss of life. The gravest effect of flooding is death. In fact, flooding is the number one severe weather killer. Floods have claimed thousands of lives throughout history. But how does flooding kill? Floods kill by carrying people away in fast-moving water or drowning them. It only takes 6 inches of water to wash a person away. Flood can also kill people by destroying buildings and creating unsafe environments. One often overlooked deadly effect of flooding comes from waterborne illness. Second, property damage. Since it only takes 2 feet of flood water to wash a car away, flooding can also cause great loss of property. Surely you have seen an image of car floating away in flood water. This is why it is so important to avoid flooded area when driving. You don't want to be in your car when it gets washed away in the flood. Flooding also causes property damage to building by blowing out windows, sweeping away doors, corroding walls and foundation, and sending debris into infrastructure at a fast pace. Not to mention the furniture and the item inside a home or business that are damaged when flood waters make it inside. Next, economic impacts. The economic impacts of flooding can be devastating to a community. This comes from damage and disruption to things like communication towers, power plant, roads and bridges. This brings business activities in an area to a standstill. Oftentimes, major flooding result in dislocation and dysfunction of normal life long after flood water recede. Flooding hinders economic growth and development because of the high cost of relief and recovery associated with flood. In frequently flooded areas, there is likely less to be any investment in infrastructure and other developed activities. The last one is psychosocial flooding effect. Flooding can also create lasting trauma of victims. The loss of loved ones or home can take a steep emotional toll, especially on children. Displacement from one's homes and loss of livelihood can cause continuing stress and produce lasting psychological impacts.
Hi, my name is Muhammad Alef. My numeric is 08 DPM 21F 2003. So, a flood is an overflow of water that usually immerses in the dry land. It is the most commonly natural calamity that causes dominant fatalities around the globe. Flash flood has an impact and huge effect not just on the people but also to the environment and the economy. These are some of the reasons why preventive measures must take place. But how can we prevent a flood if it's a natural calamity? Here are the 4 flood preventive measures and tips to avoid a flood. First is to install water sensors or flood detection system. There are many options for water detection system, sensors and alarm to alert you to water or leaks within your home or business. More complex water or leak detection system can be tied into your smart home or your home security system to alert you of water before it's a disaster. Second is regularly clear debris from drains and ditches. Avoid peeling leaves, mulch or other debris in your yard where it could flush into the sewage, drains or block drainage paths. If you live in an area with a lot of trees, regularly rake your yard, bag the leaves and set them at the curb for pickup. Check nearby storm drains to make sure they are clear and use a rake to remove any visible blockage. Contact your city or county water or sewer department for more severe blockage. Third is regularly check and clean downspout and gutters. Check and clean the gutters and downspout at least once a year, more frequently if you have a lot of trees near your home. To ensure the downspouts are clear, you can use a leaf blower or glove to clean the gutters and a flexible water hose with a high pressure attachment. You can also hire a lawn or landscape pro to take care of this. Fourth is improve grading and drainage around your home when it's rain. When it's rain, take note of any rain or flood water that accumulates near your home. Pay attention to areas near the foundation. The ground should slope away from the foundation of your home or business. You may need to bring in dirt and salt to improve the grading. In some cases, you may need to install drainage where water accumulates to give the water a place to go during heavy storm. That's all for today. Thank you very much.
Hello, my name is Muhammad Adam Fidaus bin Johari, matrix number 08 DPN 21F 2008. Today I will discuss the lessons that we can take as a precautionary measure related to flood disasters. First, we must maintain the cleanliness of the environment around us. This is because cleanliness is very important to ensure the sustainability of the earth. For example, clogged drains with various types of waste materials such as plastic waste, twigs and other need to be cleaned to facilitate the flow of water directly into the river. In addition, we also need to practice 3R practice that reduce, reuse and recycle. This can avoid increase in waste that cause flood in certain areas. For example, reducing the use of plastic, reuse of used material and recycling materials. Next, the government should also be responsible to play a role by holding flood campaigns throughout the country. This can cultivate the spirit of the people in preventing it from happening floods in the country. Finally, community life is also very important to maintain the current situation in the country. This can unite the spirit of neighborhood and racism between the people to work together in preventing flood that hit the country today. Thank you.